Well, it's been a couple months. We're gonna try. Try it without priming it. Wow. Alright. Here she goes. No brakes, so hopefully he can get stopped before it runs into the wood. Oh yeah, we're good. Now we don't want to hit the truck of the car. Trunk wood's flopping around there. Poor driver. My God. So good. Maybe some brake. And in she goes. Oh. Going in for major surgery, guys. I don't know, I think it sounds alright the way it is, but we gotta do what we gotta do.
Here she goes. Hasn't been going in a couple months. I just wanted it in here so that I can do some measuring, see how everything's gonna fit. That's the way it should go. Oh, you bugger. Needs gas. I don't want to get in there. Anyways, now I got to get the truck back here, which I pulled it out there with the Toyota Corolla tow truck. That's not hard to pull. But now I got to try and pull it back, get it in front of the garage, and finish tearing her down. Yeah, I just hooked onto that little bracket underneath the car there and pulled her back. She, her brakes are a little stiff, so she doesn't roll real fast. So now, like I said, I gotta get the truck back up there, so I'll be back in a minute.
Whoops.
I wonder which one will move. Let's find out. Yeah, if I figure out how to use these things. Hopefully it's rock. Coming. Wish I could push that thing, but the brakes are stuck just enough I can't move it. You know, if I was lucky, it would roll, and it's starting to roll. See if I can pull it. Here she comes. I'm gonna put you down here for a second. Not a good one-handed puller. And I think I've seen it up again. Anyways, I'll turn you off, and I'll get this down here a little closer. There, this truck's back up where it needs to be. That's the last time I'm moving that thing. I gotta get the wiring out of it and then put it down back, and then it'll be the other way. Been looking the Nova over. A few scratches. Other than that, it hasn't rusted through. Didn't seem to hurt it from sitting outside. Say dirt on it, a few scratches, but I want to do this engine thing before I paint it. There's no doubt in my mind I'm going to end up taking this whole front end back off again. I don't have it quite lined up anyway, but it is close. But I figured now that I've decided to do this, it would be a good time to do it before I paint it. I didn't get much chance in here this weekend to work. I did get the floor dried up. I'm gonna put that in the bucket. I'm gonna use it again. There was a wet spot there. I just swept everything there and got rid of it. But it's dried up pretty good. And on the motor, I did, I screwed it off the side. As you can see, the wiring harness just laying up there. I did descale it some, and I'm trying to figure out just how to clean this thing up. I did that with a wire wheel on the little angle grinder. But if anybody would have any suggestions, this is like a thick coating of oxidation, I think you call it. You can see right there, I knocked it off from the oil pan a little bit, and that's what it all looks like. All like a white powdery. I do got the block coming, you know, cleaned up fairly decent. I haven't taken the water pump off yet because I got to find out how I'm going to clean this stuff. I'm just not sure. I've never cleaned aluminum before. And I got the starter off, and it's pretty maced. First of all, it doesn't look like it should run. It's so rusty looking, but it did run good. But it's so small. Like, that's it. I couldn't believe it. Actually, it's from my wrist to the tip of my fingers long. That's it. And the one on the Nova, whew, it's a big bugger. Anyways, I'm gonna. Oh, the reason why I didn't get much done here this weekend is I was fighting with saw and wood, whatnot. I got chain problems. Well, no, I don't have chain problems anymore. I bought a new bar last year, and I had an oiling problem with the saw, and I flushed it out and seen it's oiling now because it's using a tank of oil per tank of gas. And but I think I cooked the bar last year. That was a brand new bar. It's not cutting straight, and the reason I bought it was because this is my old one, and it's not cutting straight either. I did get some wood wrestled up with it, but I'm gonna have to go buy a new bar, and I'll show you what I got done. Not as much as I'd like to have. I got 5 tanks of gas through, and the big stuff really slowed me down. Little stuff cuts really good. Nothing wrong with the way the saw works. It's just the wood is so big that as you can see, this is the small stuff, which is not that big a pile, but the big stuff is getting to be a big pile, and that takes a long time, and you can see it's cutting really crooked, so I'm not going to cut no more until I get that straightened out. It's too hard on me, it's too hard on the saw. But like I say, I did make some headway. I think it was started right about here, and I got to there, not quite half, but pretty close to it. And there's still some big wood, like that's how big that log is, and that's one of the smaller ones in there. There's a bigger one. That one there is just huge and bent. So that's where I'm at with the wood. And we'll get her. Like I said, I'm really early this year, so back in the garage here. That's turning off. Hi, I'm back in. Something I didn't show you guys a while back. One day I had the car outside and I had it uncovered. Yeah, I just like looking at it, comes up with ideas and stuff, and I like the look of this hood. Well, I wasn't 100% satisfied with the finish, because you can see some hazy in there where I over reduced the black paint and didn't get it on there even. Well, Sherry and I went away for half an hour and we come back and this was in the hood. I don't know who did it, why they did it, but that is right to the metal. So, as far as I can figure, same time this happened, there's a crew moved in up the road and they were vandalizing people's mailboxes and whatnot, and I'm thinking it might have been the same bunch, just young people. But anyways, as you can see, we're going to be doing another carbon fiber hood later on. Only next time I won't do it until, actually I probably won't do it until the car is actually painted, and because that way I won't risk chipping it. But all them months and all them many times I moved this hood, never even much scratched it or chipped it, and this is what happens. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but see if I can zoom in. It is very, very deep, and it happened pretty quick. Less than a half an hour we were away. So I just figured some kids were going by and I don't know. But Shirley said, well, aren't you going to freak out? I said, well, who do I freak out at? You know, there's just, I don't know what happened to it. So anyways, guys, just wanted to know in here, and now I can do some measuring to see where I'm going to land here. This man, I need two hands for this one. And another thing, that last video I made, Terry made a suggestion that I should fog the engine before I take it out. Well, I didn't have a clue what he was talking about. I kind of made a fool of myself. I thought he meant a burnout. But anyways, that's besides the point. After I found out that fogging an engine is something you do, because I never heard tell of it, I went and watched a couple of videos, and yep, they fog engines. And like I said, I never heard nothing about it, never heard tell of it. But I thought it was a great idea once I realized what it was for, where I'm going to take this motor out and store it for God only knows how long. That's what I'm going to do. I went and got some. So I got to thank Terry for bringing that up. I'm sorry I misinterpreted you, but I didn't, like I said, I didn't know. And I also point out too, if you guys happen to mention something and it doesn't seem like I don't understand, I probably don't. I don't know a whole lot about this stuff. I am learning as I go. Jim Rawlings mentioned the EFI system, self-learning. I never heard tell of that before either, but I did Google it and watched a couple videos on it. It seems like a nice setup. I never priced it. Looks like it might be pricey, but all I'm going to do here, guys, is see if I can work with what I got to get whatever was in the truck in the Nova. So if you guys do mention something and I don't understand, I apologize. But when you do mention it like that, I go look it up and I do learn a little bit on it. So I thank you for that stuff. So feel free, you know, even though I don't understand, I do learn from it. I learned from that last video about fogging engines, and like I said, I went out to the Canadian Tire and there it was. So that's what we'll do, just to protect the engine. So while it's sitting, and till we figure out what we're gonna do with it. So anyways, it's probably getting a long dragged out video, so I'm just gonna come over here at nights and do some measuring and see if I got enough clearance on this wood. Mark brought that out, so I don't know. I think so, because I did see a video with a guy with a same style Nova, 75 Nova, with an LS motor in it. So hopefully that one's no taller than the one that guy used, and I think it was a bigger one too. So, but we'll just whittle away at it, go slow, and like I said, I'll learn as I go. What I need to do and not do, or stuff like that. So, hope everybody has a good week, and thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.